Hello, everyone. And gosh, it's been a little while, possibly 4 weeks, not sure. When life happens, sometimes we have to pause something. And I had to actually pause some of my work and things that I was doing in order to get through some of the stuff that was happening in my elevation. When we are elevating into our higher self, there's many things that go on. But I was selling my house. I was selling the house that was no longer serving me. And I've had and bought many homes in my life. And for me, there was a bit of an attachment last year when I tried to sell it, and it didn't sell, and I took it off the market because it was me. So, and this time I knew I was ready. I was ready for more. I was ready for the next chapter of my life. And when we start actually making changes like this, they are not just in one area of our life, right? We're looking at multiple areas of our life. I was elevating of who I was already being, and the house did not match who I was elevating to. And this is what is part of our transformation, right? As a transformation coach, we are elevating and recreating. We're recreating our identity of you. Who are you? The growth in this is the self-development. And I've just invested in my next coach, my 12-month mentorship with my beautiful mentor, who I was mentoring with last year, but this is a whole different program. This is the higher version of myself who I'm becoming and already know I am. Understand that? Like, I have been working on this. This is part of the quantum jumping, quantum leaping, and transformation in many facets of life. So you might not be looking at all the different facets that I'm looking at. Maybe it's just one part of your life. Maybe it's your relationship with your husband. Maybe it's money that you would like more of. Possibly you want to get out of it, having a job and start your own business. And if you're in your job, you're not being paid what you think you're worth. This is all part of your identity and your elevation in yourself. Elevation is so necessary. Otherwise, you're living the same old life, right? Like Groundhog Day. And when I sold my house, right, it was up for sale. It's taking longer these days, right? The market's changed. And it was a perfect offer at the perfect time, a 30-day settlement, sold on the spot, right? Unconditional. It was so fantastic. And then I had to go through some contrast. So on the great side that I was selling my house also came contrast, which is the challenges that come along wanting your desire in the transformation. And this is where I had to really be resourceful. And I didn't know where I was living. Actually, when had to get out of my house, I had 5 days and I was like, okay, I haven't found the house that I'm going to be moving into. And I had to I had to get into an Airbnb, and an Airbnb was available. And it all worked out, but not without some contrast and some challenges along the way. And then I found this beautiful home that I'm in now. And so this is my new scenery. So thank you and welcome. And I cannot wait to be sharing more about transformation and identity upgrades. Because if we're not changing who we are not becoming a better version. So what do you desire? What do you desire? Do you want to have that? If maybe your relationship with your partner and your husband, you'd want a better relationship or find that relationship. Maybe it's money. Money is one things that, most people really struggle with. How do we have more money? How do we create that more abundance and prosperous life that we choose to have and desire? Maybe it's finally, getting paid what you're worth at your job, or creating a side business, right? I don't like the word hustle. Maybe you want to get and start your own business and start having that freedom. Time freedom is so important for a lot of women when we get into our 50s, right? And as I'm in my, past my halfway mark in my 50s, it is about the freedom to be able to do what I love when I want to do and want to work, having that choice, having that freedom. I was so fortunate to have the freedom to take a couple of weeks off in the process of moving. And these are things that I'm so grateful for. And sometimes we forget what we're grateful for, what we already have. And I want you to remind you today is to really think about, what are you grateful for? Write it down on a list. What are you grateful for? I am so grateful every day for so many things. I say it out loud. I tell the universe, God, thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be back here with you, to be able to help you elevate and recreate, rewrite your story. And I'm going to start really getting into what that looks like and where I came from and how I'm here. Because that transformation in the last 5 years, since 2020, I'll say 4 years still, we're still in 2024, has been massive. Okay. And I'm no one special. I'm just a woman who married a man, and our relationship fell apart and went through a really, pretty horrible divorce. The only difference was I had to do it through COVID, right? So when the world changed the most in our lives, and I had to do all of the new, so this is the thing, all of the new things that were happening for me started in 2019, and I had to go through much more transformation and contrast in the becoming, right? The becoming of who I am at this moment. So what do you truly desire? Everything is possible. I wrote out a list of 50 things, and I got my number 1 and I got my number 19 just in the last 4 weeks, less than 4 weeks. Our mind is a very powerful thing. So what do you want to create? What do you want to do in the next 2 months? We have November and December. What would you love to desire in the next 2 months? So if this is resonating with you, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. And also, I'm doing a 5-day free coaching next week. Okay. And we're going to dig into this stuff. We're going to get into what you desire, how to have it, how to make it happen, and why the mindset that goes along with having those things become your reality. So thank you so much for being here. So great to be back. Comment below, talk to me, let me know where you're coming in from, because this channel is going to blow up. Okay. We are going to blow up, and I'm excited for that. So I'll see you guys real soon. See ya. Bye.